Hi, and welcome back to another edition of the Blue Honor blog. I believe we are on episode 9. I could be wrong. I know I've done that before. I forgot to open up the laptop and see exactly what number. That's how busy I am working and doing the writing and trying to keep up the blog. So on today's vlog, we're going to have a short chat about a writer needs to experience more than they need to write. And that might sound counterintuitive to a lot of advice that you've been hearing or reading online, but it's true. The writer's best asset is the experiences that they have from which they can inform their writing. So without experiences, without studies, without reading, without the whole gamut of that, you're going to have a hard time bringing things together, or it's not going to be as authentic as you want it to sound. Your characters might sound kind of wishy-washy. They might sound unreliable. They might sound like greens. And by green, I mean novices. And if you're working with somebody who is an expert in their field, say you're writing a spy, you don't want them to sound green, like they don't know what they're doing. So you're going to need to spend some time experiencing, and there's so many ways that you can do that. You can watch TV shows and film. That's a good way to do that. A lot of times you're going to find that has you following in the line of people who have come before you. Like if you watch the 007 films, you might end up sounding a lot like Broccoli. You might want to go and read instead memoirs. I did that about a spy, a U.S. spy in World War II, and I read several of them. Nancy Wake, Virginia Woolf, and his name slips me right now. It was the Diary of a Spy, and that was an excellent book. You can get that on Kindle, and that's how I read it and studied for op-dec for that. Other than that, I mean, you'll get a lot of advice that says you need to sit down and you need to write every day. That's all well and good, but if you're sitting behind a desk and all you're doing is writing, you're not figuring out what you need to know. And a writer's best asset is the things that they know. Writing is a skill that is honed over time. So you can sit there and you can write every day, and if you don't have the critique that you need to tell you where you're going wrong or where you're going right, writing every day isn't going to help. So I tell people all the time, get out and live. Put the computer away and go live your life, and I mean that wholeheartedly. A lot of the advice that you're going to run into is just people saying what they do, and you have to kind of look at where are they in their career. Are they any more successful than you? And how many books do they have out? You know, they might have like 10, 20, 30 books out. Are they any good? Is this somebody that I really want to listen to? It's not always the case, and you really have to kind of listen to your gut. You might not even want to listen to me. You might listen to this vlog and go, that's crap. I don't believe that. I'm going to go back to doing NaNoWriMo. I'll tell you, I did NaNoWriMo, I think, the second year, the third year that it was had its buzz, and I didn't see anything that was really that great about it. I did not get any critique from anyone. Everybody was just too worried about winning NaNoWriMo and promoting themselves, and you run into that a lot. So I would rather take classes on writing, and I would rather join writing groups that are specifically geared towards critique. Again, you have to make sure that the person who's critiquing your writing has an authority above your own in the writing, otherwise you're not going to grow. That's probably the most important bit of advice that I can give you. Just please remember, don't forget to live your life. Go out and live those experiences, book those trips. If you want to write about somebody who is living and working in Hungary, you know, book a trip to Budapest. Go for a week or two. Do the best that you can to study everything about Budapest and be there and be real with it. Because for your character to be believable, they have to be real with it. And people from Budapest, first of all, are going to smell a rat. They know their town. You know, they know if things are not right. They know how their culture acts. And they can smell, say, an American trying to be a Hungarian a mile off. So go be a Hungarian, so to speak. Go be that spy. Do the things that you want to write about. And if that's impossible, like I said, you know, read, watch documentaries. But please don't just sit behind a computer every day with a schedule of, I have to write for an hour every night. And it's like, but I have a day job, and then I have to take care of the kids, and then I have to go do this, and then I have to go do that. And forgetting that the book that you're writing requires you to know what you're writing about. And then when you sit down, you're like, I don't know why I have block. You have a block because you don't know what you're writing about. Almost always. At least that's how it works for me. When I get to a point in a book and I can't write anymore, I know there's something that I need to learn first. And I put it away. I let it sit, or I go back and I start rewriting from the beginning and working on the edits there, because I know it could take a while before I learn what it is that is going to move me from that last sentence that I wrote to the next. So don't get discouraged. Live your life. Enjoy yourself. Always have fun. You know, the worst thing that you can do is make yourself sit down behind a chair and just be miserable, cranking out page after page of stuff you're just like, ugh. That will ruin writing for you. So live. That's my best advice to you, which I think is probably good during the holidays to hear. You know, live your life, be with your family, be with your friends. If, you know, you don't feel that right at the moment, or it's not happening for you right at the moment, get out of the house. You know, it's all well and good to hear about those writers who are recluses, and I can tend to be reclusive myself. That's because I'm an introvert and I need processing time for most of the stuff that I learn, and I analyze it quite a bit. You know, that's the problem of the writer brain. You get this little nugget of information, and then you sit there for days going, but what does it mean? And you come up with all these different perspectives and all these intertexts and stuff, and you're trying to make meaning. That's okay. That's okay. Your writing will be richer for it. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments for me. I appreciate your questions and comments. Make sure you subscribe to my vlog, and you can go to authorkwilliams.com and subscribe to my newsletter. You just drop in your email address. It doesn't get shared with anyone, and you'll get my articles once a week. Until next time, go live your life. Thanks.